Hello everyone, welcome back to the JNC Collectibles channel. I'm Shunping, today bringing you a deck profile from the recent remote regional happening the past weekend. So before I start, some shoutouts. Shout out to obviously my team JNC, fantastic team, fantastic teammates, and some other sponsor like JJ Gear TCG. This is one of our new sponsor, and remember to check their site for whatever accessories they have. So let me hop into the regional really quick. So this is a remote regional, happened on Sunday with exactly 100 people. So we played 7 rounds into top 16 getting invite. I finished 6-1. I went undefeated for the first 6 rounds. Final round I kind of got a little bit too exhausted because I was on like only 4 or 5 hours sleep last night. Had to wake up early this morning. So kind of getting tired and start misplaying for the final round. That's how I didn't go undefeated for the tournament. However, I'm pretty satisfied with my deck, which I'll be showing right now. I played Fiendsmith Spright. I know a lot of people probably haven't really remember seeing Spright for a long time. Like with the newest banless, and then this right now this weird transition format between like post banless until Rage of Abyss. I think this format is like quite undefined, so I decided to play something I think will be good in theory, which my hands just landed on Spright at the end. So the Spright portion, well, I'm gonna instead of like regular deck profile separating with like monster spell trap, I'm gonna go with like engine because that way it's probably easier to understand the whole deck. So the Spright engine first, there's like 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, 1 carrot, standard, don't need more, and then starter and smasher. And the overall format is kind of weaker now. So Spright being like one of the few engine that's relatively unhit in the whole card pool. Starter and blue, these are just very strong like absurd cards, giving you a lot of link bodies, Xyz bodies. That's why they can also connect to the Fiendsmith lines. And then there's a relatively newer thing, which is the Frog engine coming back into the Spright deck. There is 2 Swap Frog, a Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier, and Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier. These 2 cards are the new addition from Battle of Legend in June, which you don't have to worry about any other Ice Barrier whatever things. All you need to know is when Swap Frog summon, it can send a Mirror Mage from the deck to graveyard. And when Mirror Mage touches the graveyard, it searches this spell. The spell essentially says monster reborn for this Ice Barrier monster. And this is an Aqua level 2. So this small package, you just go gigantic into a swap, sending Mirror Mage and grab Freezing Chains, revive, and these 2 is like an instant Toad here. So this is like how the Spright deck making Toad nowadays. I guess this is like a pseudo what's called Rolling Totem, which is a bricking deck. And then that's the Frog engine. Small but enough. Like I did think about playing 3 Swap Frog, but overall, it's good going first, but it's kind of worse, a lot worse than a lot of other cards going second. So at the end, we're just 2 swap. And then the Nimble package, as most people know, Sprites 4. So 3 Beaver, 3 Angler, 1 Sunfish, and 1 Foolish. Honestly, the Foolish Bird is just for the Angler. It's like 1 card for 2 bodies, but like 2 Italia at the same time. Because I do expect to resolve multiple Angler effect per turn. That's why there's the Sunfish as like another Nimble body. It's even possible to play another copy of Sunfish. That does happen where I need the 5th Nimble to summon. But overall, I think 4 is fine. Drawing Sunfish is still kind of bad. So overall, 4 is enough. And what's really the synergy here? It's just the Fiendsmith cards. Fiendsmiths are fantastic discard outlet to trigger Angler. So it's like there are technically, so here's like 5 tracks in my deck that can just trigger the Angler I draw. I don't necessarily like drawing Angler. Honestly, is like a pretty good thing now because I built a deck very specifically centering pitching Angler from hand using the Fiendsmith cards. And then all the link bodies can also just turn into the Fiendsmith cards in the extra deck that you will see in a minute. So this is the Fiendsmith engine. And then just the non-engines like a pot, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. There's not that many non-engine slots in the deck because there are like several different engine in the deck. With that, I know I'm not able to play a very high amount of hand traps. So play low amount of hand trap will only make hand trap be a lot worse. So most likely, to be honest, I'm playing more a breaker approach in the format, and it's been doing okay. Ash is still there because I need specific thing for Kaiman, and Tenpai is I won't say Tenpai is the best or even close to the best, but this is one of the deck. If you ignore it, if you don't respect it enough, you get punished super hard, and that's pretty much it. And then extra deck. 2 gigantic 1 spring for the Spright engine portion. Self-explanatory, you don't need that many. And then Requiem sequence Moon with Caesar, Princess, and Desiree for the Spright cards. Well, I mean, not the Fiendsmith cards. Spright has enough link bodies, like Resolving Spring give you 2 more Beaver underneath, and those can just go into like Moon, into whatever Fiendsmith lines possible that you want, and then you can go back to the Spright line with maybe even overlaying Sprint with sequence into Gigantic, and Gigantic is just gonna become a Toad, and then the Gigantic body afterwards you can just link them into IP for the SP in their turn. Spright is a deck that's like relatively hard to solve, like getting rid of cards on the field, so SP is the second SP just needed for things like Bestial that you need to out it turn 1. A lot of people, even when they did play Spright in the past, they probably have never really experienced SP. I think after SP was out, we haven't really entered any format where Spright was like close to be good to be played. So a lot of people's recognition on Sprites was without SP. Now SP just like, if you need to out anything, you make SP. If you need to like make an ending board thing, you make an SP or informal SP. And then SP and Spright, like, it also just doesn't conflict with any of the restrictions. So yeah, it's like 2 SP is almost needed. And then last but not least, the Mosquito and Zeus. Mosquito half of the time is not even used to like do the OTK lines, but it can in the right situation. More often, it's just a Zeus pilot, making me like any 2 into Mosquito Punch and then into Zeus. Good thing all the Spright summons are inherent, so the common thing in the format Caesar cannot negate any of the Spright summons, which makes me just like normal special, make Mosquito Punch, make Zeus under the Caesar, and then when Zeus wipe the board main phase 2, I start play again. So yeah, this is the whole extra deck and then everything. I am going to some of the YCS like later in the next few weeks prior to Rage of the Abyss, so I'm gonna keep the side deck relatively like secret for now, and then after I'm back from all the events, I'll probably make a deck profile again on my own channel, Yugioh Lab, and then including probably the whole side deck, more details in the main deck, some combo lines as well. So pay attention to that. That's probably coming in like, I would say 2 weeks. So that being said, this is a very cool deck. It's arguably able to put out good ending boards as strong as Yugioh while going first, even through hand traps. And going second, there's like, I mean, Mosquito is just a Nightmare Pain, right? And so is like access to Zeus and all the standard Fiendsmith lines. The reason why Yugiohs are good, because Yugioh abuse Fiendsmiths at the most. They can go Yugioh cards into Fiendsmiths. They can also go Fiendsmiths into Yugioh. Spright is the only other, well, the very few other engine or deck that can also do that. You can turn the extra link bodies from like Sprint into a Moon, then turn the Fiendsmith lines. Or you can start with Fiendsmith lines and then sequence is a link to that connected to Sprint and turn on the Spright cards. So yeah, overall, I really like the deck. And then if you are also interested, feel free to give the deck a try. And then remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also paying attention to my own channel, Yugioh Lab. And I'll probably make another video soon with more details later. That being said, hope you like this deck profile, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.